Hello students, today we will take a look at TEK 4.6D. I will classify two-dimensional figures based on the presence or absence of parallel or perpendicular lines or the absence or presence of angles of a specified side. Looking at our TEK, we're going to be talking about the word classify. Looking at two-dimensional figures, we're going to look at parallel, perpendicular lines, absence, or presence. Let's dig in. Our question says, what is the name of the triangle below? Our key word is triangle. Let's annotate by underlining the word triangle. We know that a triangle has three sides. Looking at our figure, we're going to go ahead and circle it. We're going to look at our triangle closely and notice that we have a line for E to F, F to G, and also E to G. When we look at our triangle, we ask ourselves, does it have a right angle? Keyword is right. It's forming a triangle. Does it have a right angle? When we think about the word equilateral, we're looking at all three sides being equal. When we think of an isosceles triangle, we think of an isosceles triangle as one in which at least two sides are equal. Finally, we look at our scalene and we ask ourselves, do all three sides have different lengths? Now that I have written out what I know about each of the different angles, I can go back and ask by looking at the picture to answer the question, what is the name of the triangle below? Does this triangle have right angles? Are all three sides equal? Are at least two sides equal? And are all three sides different? It does not have 90-degree angles. All three sides are not equal. At least two sides are equal. And are all three sides different? So, I know that this triangle must be an isosceles triangle because at least two sides are equal. Let's try another problem. Look at the figure ABCD below. Which statement is true? I'm going to underline my question. I'm going to circle my shape. Now I'm going to look at each of the answer choices. Figure A, BCD is a trapezoid because A to B and D to C are perpendicular. B says figure ABCD is a trapezoid because A to D and D to C form a right angle. Letter C says figure ABCD is a trapezoid because A to B and D to C are parallel. And finally, D says figure ABCD is a trapezoid because A to B and A to D form an acute angle. So I need to go back and ask myself, what does perpendicular mean? When we think of perpendicular, we think of lines that intersect to form a 90-degree angle. Then I ask myself, looking at a right angle, it must form a 90-degree. Parallel, will the lines continue? And acute is the angle less than 90 degrees. When I go back and I take a look at letter A, it says from A to B, which is parallel, to D to C. But are they perpendicular? Do they intersect at 90 degrees? No. Looking at A to D and D to C, do they form a right angle? No. Looking at A to B and D to C, are they parallel? Yes. And go back and I'm looking at A to B and A to D. Do they form an acute angle? No, they do not. So my answer choice is letter C, because from A to B and D to C run parallel. That means they continue. Good luck, and let's try our next problem in our We Do.